Hi everyone, I'm back after kind of a longer break to tell you about what's been happening with my 6-month smiles lately. The last video I made was in July and now it is the middle of September. So I'm nearly at my 3-month mark with this, so the time has gone by really quickly and I can see such a difference in the way my teeth look. So what has been happening? I had an appointment at the dentist the first week of August, and the really only thing to note about that visit was that even though I didn't know I did it, apparently I broke a bracket over here. And that, I mean, it was the first thing that the dentist noticed when I got into her chair. She's like, oh, you broke a bracket. And I had no idea how I did it, and I didn't even notice it. And I'm being really careful not to eat things that are going to break my brackets. So I don't know what happened, but she just replaced it. It was not a big deal. It was quick and easy, and it's nothing like that has happened again since then. So that's all good. I had been noticing that the wire a little bit and the brackets themselves had started to get a little like yellowy and discolored, but really it's kind of my own fault. Like I've been eating things that you were warned from the beginning will do that, will stain the brackets. So I've been eating them, and just as promised, that's what happened. They got a little discolored, not too bad. And I think it was only something that I could notice, not other people. So not a big deal overall. That was it. And then another thing I had been noticing too is that like these teeth were so crooked and crowded up that now that they're becoming straighter and more visible, I was seeing that they were kind of like brownish or like kind of icky colored. And I'm sure it's just because that all this time, my whole life, they've been messed up and crowded up that they couldn't be brushed properly. And now that they're coming out and straightening out, you can see what was hidden before. So I've been noticing that, and I'd already been thinking that probably at the end of all of this, when the braces are taken off, that I should probably think about getting my teeth whitened in some way. So, all right, so that was August, the August visit, and sort of through August. Now it's September 11th actually, and I was at the dentist 2 days ago, and kind of a lot happened during that visit. First of all, she was really happy to see that tooth there, which was really far back and crooked. She's like, oh, great, it's far enough up now that I can put a regular bracket on it like the rest. And I had known sort of that tooth didn't have a bracket on it like the rest of them did. There was like, and I mentioned this before in one of my last videos, that she had like some kind of an elastic tie on that tooth to the wire. But she removed that and was happy to see that moved enough. Now it's got a regular bracket on it. She had a little bag waiting for me, like with that one bracket in it, waiting to put that on that tooth, and now it's on. Other than that, she did actually remove the wire for a few minutes while she was putting that bracket on, and it was like really weird to not have the wire and anything on that one tooth just for a few minutes. It felt so different because now I'm so used to having all of this that to not have it felt weird for a minute. But yeah, that's all she did. She put the bracket on there, she put the wire back. She did a lot of other, you know, tugging and pulling, and made my mouth kind of sore while she was doing it. Oh, and she did more, she did a little bit more filing in between the teeth to make just a little bit more room. You can actually see, like, right there, there's a little gap now. But I think that should be just enough room to get that one into place. I think that's going to be my gauge now, like to see how much everything is moving from this visit to the dentist to the next, to see that little thing filled in. Yeah, and she said that in my next visit, which is like in a month from now, that she'll give me a new wire which I was kind of wondering because I've heard other people say that they have gotten new wires along the way, but I haven't had a new wire yet. But next month that'll happen. And what else? Oh yeah, after she put the new bracket on that tooth, like when I was biting down, it was knocking into my front tooth here, which isn't good. So she had to do a little bit of an addition to what she did on my first visit to her after the braces were put on. So right, she, on my back 2 teeth here, she put some kind of material on them. I think they call it a bite guard, that just a little bit of a raised material there on my back 2 teeth so my teeth don't come together all the way. And she had to make that, she had to add to that and make it a little higher so that when I close my mouth, that these 2 teeth aren't knocking in to the bracket. So that bracket doesn't get knocked off and these 2 teeth don't get messed up because of it. That's it. Everything's going fine. I have to say, like, everyone told me at the very beginning of this when I was complaining that it hurt, that before too long I wouldn't even notice that they're here anymore, and it's true. Like, I'm totally used to having the braces in. I don't even notice them anymore. Really, the only thing that's difficult to eat is still like a sandwich. It just feels funny to really bite into something. But other than that, eating's fine as long as you stay away from, like, you know, really hard stuff. Yeah, it's going fine. So I'm really excited. Here, look. They're really straightening out a lot. It's amazing how quickly in just these 3 months how everything is straightened out. So I can't wait to see what it looks like when it's finished. And I'll be back if anything else interesting happens in the meantime. But really, it's all good. And if anyone's thinking about doing this, I would say go for it. You're going to be happy with the results. Okay? So that's it for now. And I'll talk to you all soon. Okay, bye.